Good morning or good evening, dear student. I'm here again with you with this new video. So I introduce myself again. I'm Dr.Lounaouci, your English terminology teacher at Jilali Bounama Miss Miliana University, Law Faculty. So today we have great and exciting subject again related to you, so or dedicated for you. So this subject is related to international relations and especially how to conclude a convention or how to conclude a treaty. So in this subject we are going to discuss about the different steps that we see according to international convention related to how to conclude a treaty, which is Vienna Treaty 1969, that organize and how to conclude a treaty or a convention. So first of all, before to discuss about the different steps of how to conclude a treaty, so we need to define or to give a little definition of a convention. How the Vienna Treaty 1969 gave for us this definition. According to the article number 2, so the treaty is an act between two or more international subjects, and it is written. It is not custom. It is written. It's like the contract. It's like when you conclude a contract between two private persons. When they conclude the contract, they go to the officer and they write it. So the officer writes it. So it's the same between two or more international subject. Why I said subject, didn't say state? Because when we are talking about subjects, we are talking about two persons. The first one is a state. The second subject is international organization. There are only two international persons in the international community. And when we are talking about the others, so we talk about actors. For example, the person, the international corporations, and the non-governmental organizations. So let's focus to the state and the international organization. So the first step to conclude a treaty between another state or different or multilateral treaty, which means has different many states. So the first thing is like we call it in diplomacy the 3C. We have 3C. It's abbreviation. The first C is the consultation. What means consultation? So the consultation is states send the draft, le brouillon, المسودة التي لها علاقة بالمعاهدة. They send the draft to different states that they are going to conclude a contract or this treaty. Sorry. The second C is the confrontation. So when we use the 3C, we use the 3C when it is multilateral treaty. When it is bilateral treaty, we don't use the 3C. But sometimes we use them because when we are negotiating the convention, so the state sends its high-level persons, like minister, to negotiate the contract, and they are one to each others. So the first group of state A is in front of the other group of the state B, and they negotiate. About the subject of this treaty. So the first thing is the negotiation. They negotiate, and when they are finished, or when they finish their disposition, they agree at the first time. So they they write it. So now we go to the second step, is the written. The written, in general, it's written in Arabic when it is when we are with Arabic countries, but it has to be, it must have the other language. For example, French, English, and it depends which country you are dealing with. So Algeria is concluding a contract with France, so it must be written in France, in French, and in Arabic, of course. And they can use the third language. But they mention that the Arabic is the first, or French is the official one, or both of them are official. So this, after writing this treaty, we go to the third step, is the reservation. What means reservation? The reservation, also the Vienna Treaty 1969 gave us, according to the article number 2, gave us the definition of reservation. Reservation is when you don't accept one or two dispositions. For example, Algeria didn't accept the fourth disposition that is not compatible with our customs, for example. So Algeria says we don't accept this disposition, but it must not touch the subject of the treaty. That's the main goal of the reservation. You can do any reservation, but you don't touch the subject of the treaty. You are making a treaty between your country and our country, Algeria and Tunisia, about human rights. So the reservation must not be related to human rights. That's the point. After both countries make the reservation, or they can accept all the disposition, so we go to the signature. The signature is before the ratification. Ratification is another step. So the negotiation, the written, and after that the signature, after they sign the treaty between two countries. So they say who they I mean the representative of the state, of each state, the head of the state, the minister. And not only everyone can make the signature. The signature must be designed by the president of republic or president of state. It depends the country or the king. So after the signature, it is not finished now. So we give the time to the government to see if it is compatible with the constitution. For example, for Algeria, the treaty must be compatible with our constitution and respect the hierarchy. So after that, after the signature, we have the ratification. The ratification is to give the birth of official birth of this treaty. After a state ratify the treaty, it will be an obligation for it. Anyway, so those are the most important steps of conclusion of the treaty, and I hope that you could understand some of them. And I'm sorry for the timing. I wish to have more. I have more ideas, and I hope that we will discuss about them in the next videos. Thank you very much for listening to me, and see you next time. Bye bye.